Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time for a serious sit-down talk about Call of Duty. Yes, I know we've done this semi-recently in the past, but I feel like it is needed again because there's a lot that I need to say in this video. And so I just want to quickly brief what we're going to talk about. I got my notes in front of me here. I want to talk about BO7. I want to talk about some decisions and some opinions that I have on this game 2 months later. And I want to talk about the future of Call of Duty. I want to talk about some stuff that might happen coming up soon. And then obviously we know Modern Warfare 4 is around the corner. And then I want to talk about the future plans of this channel. And some of you may only care about the first two, and that's totally fine. But I at least want to plug those that know, that watch my videos a ton and are a part of the live streams of what I think I'm going to be doing with content going forward. So here we are. Let's just get right into it. Black Ops 7. I mean, this is really sad to say, but there is just no better. There's not a good way to put this. Nobody is playing this game. It is, I don't know if it's franchise fatigue. I don't know if it's the double Black Ops or the double Black Ops games in a row, but it's just, it is what it is. And from a content creator's perspective, when I tell you guys, when I say nobody's playing this game, I also mean that nobody is watching this game. I may be the COD fanboy, the COD shill here, but I was very excited for Black Ops 7. I thought that Treyarch was going to learn from their mistakes with BO6, because we know that was a terrible Call of Duty. And I thought people might be willing to give this game another chance just because there was, better maps. And I was hopeful, because I just am always hopeful for another Call of Duty. And as a creator, I posted a decent amount of Black Ops 7 content in the beginning when it came out, and it absolutely flopped. Nobody wants to watch it. Nobody enjoyed it. Really, the only video that did well was me unlocking my first gold camo. And to me, that just shows, like I said, that this franchise has massive fatigue. And I've really noticed it lately. It just seems like everybody is playing Arc Raiders. It doesn't matter who it could be a streamer, it could be your 9-to-5 dad, it could be the athletes. And it really reminds me of, the last couple eras of gaming where Fortnite was like that. You had Drake on and Juju and Ninja, and then Warzone had a similar situation. And we were in this little lull area where nobody was really enjoying anything crazy. Like, everybody was in their little bubbles. And now Arc Raiders seems to be that game that everybody's playing, everybody's consuming. It's got 300,000 players on Steam. It's not really losing any, it's keeping players, and that is awesome. I think that's great for them. I don't really enjoy that game. I mean, it's okay, it's fine, it's an extraction shooter. Extraction shooters are not really my thing. I think they're a little bit boring, and listen, that might get me, some of these opinions on this video today might get me absolutely roasted, but I'm okay with that. It's just not for me. And so seeing Arc Raiders thrive is great. I'm okay with that, because what I think it's going to do is actually require these developers to try more. And I'm not saying that they're not trying. I'm not saying that they're kind of phoning it in, but I do feel like there's some sort of disconnect that is happening with studios or developers and with players. And the reason that I'm saying that is actually because of a tweet that I saw today, just a couple minutes ago. This is what prompted this video. It's rumored that Black Ops 7 is going to be receiving a couple maps from Black Ops 6. And one of those maps, if you don't follow me on social media, I said if Call of Duty brings back Stakeout, I will uninstall Black Ops 7. And I meant that with every word of my being. Now, somebody has already commented on my tweet, oh, you would uninstall a game for a map because they throw one map in? Yes, I would. And the rumor that we're getting from a really well-known leaker is that Stakeout is coming back to Black Ops 7. And to me, I don't understand it. Do these people not understand that is slowly ruining their game? It is making the game completely brain rot. And Black Ops 6 already got that reputation for being a brain rot COD. And those who have played Black Ops 7 know that it actually is a decent game. Like, okay, so let me reframe this for everybody. Black Ops 7 is not the worst game we've ever had. It's got decent maps, it's got decent guns. So far they've given a bunch of content. So far we haven't had any crazy collabs. There is Fallout, but to be honest with you, that's not that bad from what we've been getting. So they're like, okay, they're learning. And then we see this, and then I see Stakeout coming back. And to me, I think this is going to lean towards kind of maybe what happened with BO6 again. I think that I think they're seeing such a low player base on BO7 that they are going to just start to bring back all these little things, like the camo grinders, like Stakeout. So let's bring that back. And let's go bring in more collabs because we got to make a bunch of money because people aren't buying the game like they used to. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the least sold Call of Duty of all time, under Vanguard. And to me, that's just insane. And to go alongside that, while I'm saying this, you know, me kind of saying, I feel like the developers or Activision, I feel like it's just a little bit out of touch with this bringing that map back. In general, I've been playing this game the last 2 months, and I just feel like after 2 months, I just don't enjoy the movement. I think the movement is something that is completely making people not even think about this game. Now, obviously, it's the back-to-back Black Ops, like I just said. But I think watching this game, and the reason I say this is, I just played in a tournament. I played in 2 tournaments recently, these $10,000 tournaments. And I'm not saying that the flex, it's a creator thing. It's fun. I love it. Shout out Hitch. But I was playing this game against very high skilled players. And when I got done these tournaments, my brain hurt. My fingers hurt. I didn't want to get back on this game. It was so sweaty and so cracked. I just didn't, it was not fun. And to me, with the player base dwindling with this game, it really is only cracked, super duper hardcore Call of Duty fans on this game. And even when I go play a free-for-all or TDM, it's just so sweaty. And I think there's 2 things. People are gonna say that it's a rug pull with the matchmaking. I honestly don't know if I believe that. I do think that the matchmaking is looser. And I think it was in the beginning and in the beta, we saw that. I think it's because there's not casual players playing. Casuals are playing Arc Raiders or Battlefield. They're not playing a sweaty movement-based Call of Duty. And so you're just going to continue to see that. You're going to see the game get sweatier and sweatier because I don't think they have content that is going to bring people back to this game. I don't think we're going to be seeing a Modern Warfare 3 situation where people go, oh, you know, I didn't really want that game in the beginning because I thought it was a DLC, but actually now that I see it in March, it looks like a decent game. I might try it out. And the reputation of MW3 is it actually turned out to be a decent Call of Duty. This one, I feel like they're going to change and turn it into a brain rot game. Super cracked, super fast movement. You got Stakeout returning. And I just think that that's the wrong move. I actually said this during a live stream the other day. I think if they were to do some sort of playlist, if you know your Call of Duty history, Advanced Warfare actually had a playlist called, I guess No EXO. It wasn't called that. It was a classic playlist, I think is what it was called. And this was a playlist back in the day with no exosuits. Because as you know, Jetpack Call of Duty and AW was cracked. Like, you go back and play it, it's cracked. Boosting left and right and up and down. And so the classic playlist was made so people could play the game without jetpacks. Now, the problem is it didn't really do well because the game's levels and design was based around jetpacks. Like, you can't play solar in AW with no jetpacks. You can't get into half the spots that you're supposed to get to. But here's the thing. With BO7, I do feel like there's a world where they could have some sort of classic playlist. And I'm thinking no sliding and possibly some sort of cooldown on maybe it's just Omni movement. Maybe it's only dolphin diving. And I think that that would be a better thing just to see how it played. And I know there's a few maps where they have like wall bounce. Oh, that's what it was. And no wall bouncing. No wall bouncing and no sliding all over the place. So it would just be dolphin diving and omni movement. And the reason I say that is there was actually a spot on Raid that they nerfed where you can't wall bounce off the middle section in a recent update. So it's like, you know, it's an easy thing to turn off wall bouncing. They could probably hit a button and get rid of it. It's like, so you could get rid of that. And how does this game actually play with no cracked movement and no wall bouncing? Here's the thing. I think it would be it would actually be a really fun Call of Duty. And let's be real, the playlist could just have BO2 maps. We have Standoff, we have Raid, we have Meltdown, we have Nuketown. Like, there's plenty of maps, and some of the maps, the actual BO7 maps, like Scar, doesn't even need, there's no wall bouncing even needed. So like, this playlist could have all the maps that weren't involved with the wall bouncing and all that crap. You know what I mean? So I think it's something that they should consider, because I think this movement is not working. It's just there's a disconnect. The movement is not working. You're bringing back these old brain rot maps. You're bringing collabs in, and I know that's kind of the way modern gaming is now, but that's got to go. So that's my suggestion for BO7, because I don't think anybody's going to play this game. I think it's going to keep dwindling no matter what, no matter if it's a season update or a reloaded update. It's just going to keep losing players to Arc Raiders and maybe Battlefield. They're just going to go somewhere else or play single player games. People don't want to do the cracked movement. So that would be my suggestion to Call of Duty. Bring a classic playlist to this game very soon, or everybody's going to uninstall this game. And so next up is what I see the future being. There's a quick thing that apparently Xbox has some sort of showcase coming up, 25 years, and there's something green related. I'm going to talk about this for like 3 seconds. I would love to see this be MW3, the old school MW3, either coming to Game Pass or a remaster or some sort of that. Because again, I think Call of Duty needs some sort of mid-year spark here. I don't think BO7 is going to be able to do it. I think some sort of remaster. There's an MW3 remaster and there's an MW2 remaster sitting on a shelf somewhere. Put it out by March. I'm telling you, people would play it, and it's a Modern Warfare game. It would then get people hyped for MW4. It would bring back good memories. It's a simple solution here. And so I'm hoping that's MW3 remastered or MW3 on Game Pass. I'm not thinking it is, but as a COD fan, I can hope, you know, you never know. So let's talk about MW4 real quick. And obviously we know little things. MW2 was obviously not the greatest COD. The last one, Infinity Ward, did. But I think that there is they were close. I've said it multiple times while we've been live. MW2 was close, but they missed a few things. No red dots on the minimap. Dead silence needs to be a perk. The muzzle flash on the gun so you can actually see what you're shooting at. No tactical sprint, and no slow animations, like the dive is super slow and the drop shotting is very slow. Guys, if you played original Call of Duty, OG COD, it is nothing like OG COD. The only thing that it's similar in OG COD is probably the pacing, maybe. But even then, I feel like you could move around a little quicker, so the pacing is probably even slower. So I really think that MW4, if they could almost meet in the middle of like MW2 and MW3, MW3 was pretty much perfect. But if they gave us like that middle ground, that's where people want to be. That is where I see the movement being for Call of Duty for the next couple years and staying there. If they want to bring players back, it's just that simple. And I don't think GTA is going to come out. This is my prediction. GTA doesn't come out this year. So MW4 might be safe in that realm. But I think that's what they have to do. MW4 has to find that middle ground of movement first. Like, that needs to be their initial focus. Do not be as slow as MW2, but do not be cracked like BO7 and BO6. And another thing that I'm going to say, which is going to get me in trouble, and it's going to be an unpopular opinion here, But I think that they need to sunset Warzone. I think Warzone is had its fun in the sun. I don't think anybody cares about that game mode anymore. Yes, your select few, but it just seems like extraction seems to be the way people are going. It's not the way that I play. I don't enjoy it. But you know what? If they're bringing DMZ2 back into the game, I'm okay with it. Because I think that is their opportunity to get a lot of these casuals back from, I almost said Helldivers, from Arc Raiders and from Battlefield. You have to have a mode that a casual wants to play. And then have them all kind of, you know, not connected, but I think DMZ2, if they locked it in and made it a little bit more, I was gonna say a little bit more better. That's not the right wording either, but just a better experience, a little bit more updated, a little bit more user friendly, a little bit more basic. And that's why Arc Raiders has been so successful, because everybody can pick up and play it. And that's what Call of Duty can do. So if they can bring the movement to be in a good spot, and they also can bring in a DMZ2 and keep supporting it, bring the people back, I'm okay with that. Doesn't mean I'm gonna play it, but I'm okay with it. It's like Black Ops not having a zombies. It's like, I don't play zombies, but I know that Black Ops needs to have a zombies to bring some of those casual people to have an enjoyment of Call of Duty. So bring in DMZ, bring the movement back, tone it back, and I'm excited for MW4. I know I say that every year, but I am. I'm so tired of just the way this game feels right now. It's meant for an 18-year-old brain rot, cracked out, something insane person that wants to play. And they're completely abandoning all the other player base. And I think I'm finally seeing that now with this game. It took me long enough though, didn't it? So with all that to say, where do I see this channel going? I'm still gonna play Call of Duty. I'm gonna be honest with you. I absolutely, I said it again today on a live stream. I absolutely love playing Call of Duty so much. But what I've been doing is I've been going back and playing old ones. And I don't want to rant. I was doing rants for a little bit. I don't really enjoy, like, I enjoy them every once in a while, but I don't want to make this channel a rant channel. I want to enjoy the Call of Duties that I'm playing, and I want to enjoy the content that I'm making. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna keep playing older CODs. We're gonna keep doing the challenges in older CODs. We're gonna keep doing the, you know, the did you knows and all that kind of stuff. The similar content that you guys all fell in love with a year or two ago, and we've been doing it again recently, and you guys have been really complimenting it, so I really appreciate it. Even today, just a real quick plug, Instagram, Twitter, make sure you follow me on both of those, Tdawgsmitty. We did a community day, and we just went back and revived a bunch of Call of Duties. That's kind of what I think I want to do. I want to go back and revive Call of Duties with you. And the reason I say this is because you can see the stats on my live stream, and this might not be for some of you guys, might not give a crap, but you can see the bar graph. Okay, the bar graph goes up, COD 4, you know, golden age, and it stays pretty level until you get to the modern Call of Duty, like MW2, and the bar graph, like, a bunch of people leave the stream. And I'm not saying that that is like how I base everything around, but it's an awareness of, okay, as soon as I play older, or as soon as I play the newer games, people stop watching. And BO7 content has not done good. So people don't want to watch this game. So why create content on it? So there is a quick question I want to ask. If I do some of these videos and exclude some of these newer Call of Duties like MW2, MW3, BO6, and BO7, are you guys going to get angry at me? Let me know in the comments if you made it this far. But either way, I think after MW4, I still think that it might be time to take a year off for Call of Duty. I saw an article that apparently Apple is maybe taking a year off of the iPhone. It's not just a COD thing. It's like a fatigue thing of, hey, we're getting the exact same thing over and over and over again, and there's not a lot of innovation. Take a year off. So if Apple can do it, Call of Duty should do it. MW4 is already in the plans, but we don't know the next Call of Duty after that. So maybe that's the year off. Maybe MW4, if it's super popular, we support it for another year with a DLC, because if GTA is coming out, there's no need to release another Call of Duty when you're competing with that. So I hope that they make a decision with MW4 to put it out, support it, make it the game that people want, listen to feedback, and support it for an extended period of time, and then maybe take a year off. So with all that to say, I'm probably going to pause doing anything on Black Ops 7 for now. I did the tournaments. I've done content. It hasn't done well. I've been enjoying sticking in the golden age, and then other games like MW19 and World War II. I've been loving being in that era. So if you guys are enjoying that and the stats are showing that, that's how I feel like you guys are telling me you like it. If the stats are showing that you guys like older COD, I'm just going to keep doing that. And if the stats are showing me that newer COD sucks to you guys, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to waste my time. And it feels like they're going down the same route that they did with BO6. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. So I'm not. So anyway, guys, that's my little rant on how I feel Call of Duty is right now, the current state of it. I still think there's a world where we can get this thing back. I really do. Maybe that makes me an idiot, but listen, it is what it is. Again, reminder, make sure you follow me on social media, Tdawgsmitty on all of it, and that way you'll know when the next community day is. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know your feedback. What do you think's going on? Are you playing BO7? Are you watching BO7? Do you even care about COD right now? I know some of you guys are playing Arc Raiders, but you always tell me, hey, when you play BO2, I'm always down to watch that. So any feedback's appreciated as always. And we'll have a new video for you tomorrow. I just wanted to get this out on this random Saturday night at like 7 o'clock. So thank you all for the support. Leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.